My name is Tom Guccione. I started here at age 12 as a camper in 1964, the second summer that the camp was in existence. And my second summer here in 65, the gentleman next to me, Al Murata, was my counselor. And it is now 48 years later. We're still extremely close friends. And even though there was 6 years difference when we were a camper and a counselor together, it's just a testament to the enduring power of the relationships that can come out of being in Koinonia and with the Koinonia experience. He was my counselor for 3 years. I actually asked for him to be my counselor when I came back instead of being randomly assigned. And we've been friends again for the entire period up to the present.
Yeah, that was almost caught up to me a number of years. Yeah, I heard of Koinonia because I went to Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Teaneck, New Jersey, which was involved in getting the camp started. And in the fall of 1964, Jerry Manlove was recruiting at Concordia College in Minnesota, where I was a student, and he recruited me to be a counselor the following summer. And so the summers of 65, 66, and 67, I worked as a counselor. You know, and Jerry Manlove was the kind of person that you just fall in love with. And I had a special treat today. I have a photograph here. This was taken 4 months ago on June 5th, 2013. It's a picture of Jerry and his wife Linda in Custer, South Dakota. We were there on vacation driving to Colorado and we stopped in to see them. And so Jerry couldn't be here today, but he sends his love to everybody. And I'm going to give this to the camp so everybody can see it.
And one of the thrills of being here for this reunion is seeing John and Dorothy Asdahl, the original resident manager. And one of my fondest recollections was that at Koinonia in those early days, you spent 12 days as a camper with no outside contact. No newspapers, no transistor radios. You didn't really know what was going on outside. And with the campers and the counselors so spread out in different campsites all over the woods, there wasn't much in the way of being able to see news. And in the summer of 1969, the junior staff, which I was part of, had an invitation to go to John and Dorothy's house and take a look at the only TV within miles around. And so John and Dorothy had the entire junior staff on the living room floor to watch Neil Armstrong take his first steps on the moon. Where the rest of the camp was all sleeping out in their campsites, we were the fortunate ones to actually be with John and Dorothy watching history being made. And the other story I'd like to tell was that John and Dorothy also, well, mostly John, during one of the summers there when I was in a special program called a worker camper, John had the idea of taking the vegetation out of a corner of the lake right near the bridge and making it into a crib for non-swimmers where they could learn how to swim. And a group of 5 of us with a counselor, Johnny Knudsen, it was Alice and a couple of Roys and Olaf from Bay Ridge. Day after day we got into the lake and literally with cutting tools and knives and what looked like machetes, trying to hack away at all the vegetation. Day after day, we got hour after hour of that scudge on us to the point where we had to use Brillo in the shower to get clean, to actually get this gunk off of us. Of course, back then there was no real science of ecology and no studies made, and nobody really realized it at the time, but the lake would not allow its vegetation to be given up very easily. There's currents in the lake, even though it seems like a stagnant body of water. And everything we took out ended up coming right back in. And we spent an entire summer getting mucked up, having a wonderful time doing it, but of course, to no great end. But still, it was a wonderful experience.
It was great to come back and see how the camp is going.
Thank you.